Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Stay a While podcast. I'm your host, Ethan, and today I have a very interesting topic for you all. It's one that might be wildly discussed, but it's one that, again, I find endlessly interesting nonetheless. And we all know it. It even has an entire holiday after it, St. Patrick's Day. And that is the topic of luck. To be more specific, we're going to be discussing today, is the idea of luck real? And I'm not talking about like probability or chance, but like, when people believe that the universe magically has either good or bad luck against them. So let's go a little bit more into it of what luck is. So for some people, luck is this thing that determines whether something good or bad is going to happen to them. What I mean by that is when someone says, I'm not, it's just another case of my bad luck. That's usually someone who believes that bad luck is just something that happens that they have no control over. However, that's actually been proven to not be the case. It's said luck is mainly a mindset. And to explain what I mean is, your brain is very complex in the way it works. And the more you put something into your mind, the more you're going to believe it. And then, if you keep believing in said thing, that said thing will manifest itself in some way. So let's say, for example, you believe that today you knock a bottle over because it was too close to the edge of the table. People would say that's bad luck, despite it being on the edge of the table where it would fall anyways. Another example of luck is good luck, which is used in something very common also known as gambling. Gamblers will put their entire life's line on luck, on these machines or these games of chance. But the thing with the machines is that it isn't purely random. The machines have an already predetermined chance of giving you something. So whenever a gambler claims they have a lucky machine, that's not the case. There's either something's wrong with the machine to make the chance higher of winning, it's pure superstition, or the odds have just fallen in their favor multiple times with these predetermined values. Even with a card game, it isn't purely random luck. It is and it isn't at the same time. Most card games also require a bit of thinking as well. Reading your opponents, such like that. There hasn't really been a game of 100% pure chance. And falling onto the topic of luck, superstitions are another thing. Many people have had a lucky charm, I feel, whether that be a penny you found on the ground, a rabbit's foot, stuff like that. And they claim it works. They claim that these lucky charms have brought them, to be honest, good luck. But that falls back onto what I was saying earlier about the mindset thing. If you put yourself in the mindset that you think that something lucky is going to happen to you, there's a good chance that manifests itself into reality in some way. And those are usually the same people who believe in many superstitions, such as you can't step on a crack, don't break a mirror. Don't step under a ladder, black cats are bad luck. Those are the same people who believe that those will bring them bad luck. And then, once again, like I was saying earlier, if you believe enough in bad luck, something bad's going to happen to you. Or if something does happen, you're always going to blame it on bad luck. Now, for another thing, so luck is something that happens, but it's more specific. It more falls under the realms of possibilities and chance. Well, chance and luck are kind of the same thing, but possibilities and probabilities. Because nothing in the universe is truly 100% determined by randomness. Things have probabilities of happening, a probability of happening. Let's say, for example, certain weather is more rare than others. But it isn't just random. It can't just randomly be a certain kind of weather one day. There has to be a mixture of things, and of course there's always the probability that it doesn't happen too. You check the weather, says that there's expecting a bunch of snow, and then it either passes over or it just simply doesn't happen. But let's go into the moment where we say where luck could be real, and these people who believe in luck are correct. There's some things that might seem just too good to just not be luck, to not blame it on it. Either you played everything perfectly and yet something bad still ends up happening, or if you're just having a really bad day and something good does end up happening to you, and then you just think, wow, this has to be my lucky day. We've all had days like that, whether you believe in luck or not. And another thing is that could kind of fall into the same thing, but is a little bit different. Karma is another thing that could fall under this category. Something that you believe in, that a lot of people think is something that can happen, where, well, if you're a good person, then, well, good karma will happen to you. There's no reason for something bad to happen to you. But then again, there's also the bad karma, which some people, if they think that they deserve it enough, something bad will usually happen, and then they'll usually blame it. Well, that's karma for you. You know what I mean? But that's getting off topic. So back to luck. Now, personally, where I stand on luck, as I was explaining earlier, is I believe that it is all, once again, in your mind. It is all a mindset that if you believe in it enough, then something will happen. It'll manifest itself. Now, that isn't to say there hasn't been times where I've had one of those days where I feel that it's just purely luck that something happens. And it's not just a coincidence per se. But then again, that's just me. I'm sure people have had all sorts of different experiences with stuff like that. But again, another shorter episode, but I found this one to be a pretty interesting topic nonetheless. And I think that is about where I will end it. And I hope that I will... Alright, sorry. First, let me say, what do you think about this? You can let me know down in the comments. And with that, I think I'll end it off. So I hope to see you in the next video. And it's there where I hope that you'll stay a while.